Hey guys, I'm Jason, and this is Rewind Toys. Look, we had this thing in the 80s. Call it an odd obsession, but we really wanted to gross people out, in a fun way. Seriously, there was slime and the creature creation machines and boglins, which we will discuss in a later post. Of course, there was the Garbage Pail Kids, which we will discuss in a later post. And then there were those wonderfully odd toys that I've often sat and tried to figure out the idea behind and why we like them so much. But all I end up with is we just did. Now, these toys, these were Madballs. Madballs. Balls with crazy creature faces on them, roughly the size of a baseball. And we're going to take a look at the history of these bad boy toys. And we're probably going to say balls a lot, so you might want to get the giggles out of your system right now. Now, they came from Am Toys back in 1985. American Greetings, who Am Toys was a subsidiary of, created greeting cards mostly. Sure, they also gave us Care Bears, which makes sense since, greeting cards, feelings, caring, and bear rhymes with care, so it worked. But how did a greeting card company find its way to Madballs? Well, the phenomenon of Garbage Pail Kids played a large part in it. And again, we're going to do a deep dive in Garbage Pail Kids on another post, but understand that these were trading cards that parodied Cabbage Patch Kids, and these little cards took the world by storm. Now, that popularity didn't go unnoticed by American Greetings, and the company had done their market research. They knew that young boys liked gross things, and they wanted in on that action. Enter the characters from Cleveland, a team of artists spearheaded by Mark Spangler, Ralph Schaefer, and James Elliott, who were tasked with finding a way to reach that young boy kind of gross out market. Now, the characters from Cleveland liked the art behind Garbage Pail Kids, as well as the idea of trading cards, but they wanted something kind of more tangible. They wanted something 3D that kids could get their hands on. They wanted balls. With this idea in hand, they began the design phase, starting with the crazy faces. After that, they needed a list of cool names that would speak to the masses. And finally, with everything together under one zany roof, they were ready to go. And in 1986, the first run hit the shelves and quickly disappeared. They were quirky, crazy, and just gross enough to grab the attention of the media, and newspapers began blasting ads, asking the question, how in the world could this be justified? Why would anyone want such a toy? The thing is, people did want the Madballs, and all the headlines just went to further the kids' desire to buy them. They retailed for around $4 each, and the first launch had 8, as did the second, making 16 original Madballs. There were also 3 Super Madballs: the football, Touchdown Terror; the soccer ball, Goal Eater; and Foul Shot, the basketball. 9 more variations of Madballs from the first 2 series were released called Head Poppin' Madballs. Those original ones were intended to be bouncy balls, but they were shaped weird because of the faces, and if you tried to bounce them, they would just launch all over the place. So mostly people just collected them, which is why they're still highly collectible today. Now, these guys were considered a nuisance by some, and several schools actually banned them. But again, all that's going to do is increase their popularity, which of course spurred a number of similar lines like Spitballs and Blurt Balls. Now, we should also mention they had a VHS cartoon, Escape from Orb, which featured the exclusive girl, Madball, Freakella. There was a Madball Gross Jokes video and a Star Comics book run. Also, R.L. Stine, the guy who wrote those Goosebump books, he featured the Madballs in one of his books as well. You could also get a Trapper Keeper, pencil sharpeners, bed sheets, Madballs the lunchbox, Madballs the cereal, Madballs the flamethrower. Not so much that one. Anyway, you get the idea. Sales were good until somewhere around 1988, 1989, when suddenly they just sort of dropped and kids moved on and production stopped. Now, for those who collect, you can find these loose sometimes for anywhere from $10 and up. But a lot of 8 used Madballs and a handbook did just sell for over $300. And a sealed fist face Madball recently went for over $140. Due diligence if you're going to buy, and you need to be patient. Also, you need to be careful because it was a re-release not that long back, so make sure you're looking for the original 80s run if that's what you're after. You need to check them out. Anyway, there you have it, the craze that was Madballs. I know a lot of people still love these things, and I've seen people that go out to get full sets. It is hard, it is difficult to do, but it is something, if you're really into it, you can do. Let me know if you collected them. Let me know if you like them. You can leave a comment down below. But most importantly, guys, before you leave, hit that subscribe button so you can be here next time when we talk about another cool toy from probably your childhood and almost definitely mine. Until that time comes, remember, when it comes to Rewind Toys, the hunt is half the fun.